All right, Red Devil fans, we are here at Lemley Field as we get ready to kick off week 2. It should be week 3, but we started week 0 now in high school, but it's week 2. It is our third game, and it is your Atkins Red Devils taking on the Conway Christian Eagles. We'd like to welcome you to the Lexicon pregame show. This is a Lexicon can help you reach your goals. Go to lexicon.com/football. I'm Shane Martin, the man that calls all your Red Devil action. I'm joined here with my broadcast partner for the second year, Mr. Scott Warren. And Scott, we got to experience the 52nd meeting of the Rivals Cup, and it did not go our way. It was a very physical football game. Kids played hard, but they just came up short.
Yeah, and you, I think you said the key word there, Shane. It was a physical game. I was surprised with how physical Dover was in that game. I really expected that we would come out and push them around a little bit, and that just wasn't the case. They were disruptive all night long. They put a lot of pressure on Cole Crawford, the sophomore quarterback last week, and just did not give him time to throw. Interrupted the running game, and so it just was a tough night because Dover was a very physical team.
All right, fans, we're going to take a 2-minute break as they do the national anthem, and we'll be back here on 100.9 KWKK. You're listening to Red Devil Football.
School Board Member Brian Sims, followed by the national anthem and the Atkins.
Okay, fans, back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium, getting ready to kick off the third non-conference game. And Scott, due to our conference, the conference we're in now, we were short one team, so we picked up, for the second year in a row, we get 4 non-conference games. So this is our third, taking on Conway Christian, a team that we went down to Conway last year, and they kind of manhandled us and beat us 55-20 last year.
Yeah, and most fans will remember, I'm sure, that was one of those games where we had a lengthy delay. There was an injury to one of our players, Braden Jones, and had to call the ambulance in. So that was, those things weigh on the guys when they go back out there on the field, and all of the issues that we touched on last year that this team dealt with. It was just another mountain that they weren't able to climb, and came out on the short end of a 55-20 score down at Conway Christian last year. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, Shane, I heard you on the junior high broadcast last night call a win tonight.
I did. I jumped out there on the ledge. I put myself out there.
And you didn't, I mean, you made no equivocation about it at all. It was just declaring we're going to get a win
It's
tonight.
time.
We're going to get the first win
It's
tonight.
time.
Okay,
It's
I like
time.
it. I like the confidence.
Got to have a little confidence.
Yes, sir.
Conway Christian, talking about them real quick, come into this 2-0, beat a team that's in our conference, Whitman, and then took care of Baptist Prep last week. So they're coming in, and I got to talk to their head coach last night at the junior high game, and I said, no, Coach, you're 2-0, and he goes, well, it may be a little deceiving. So I think he was trying to play down. I mean, it is a good Conway Christian.
It is good, and we talked about this when we played Bigelow, Week 0, Bigelow and Conway Christian, our conference opponents, and they're in that same 2A1 conference, and Conway Christian is picked at the top of the conference along with Bigelow, and so this is going to be a tough test. But like you said, they handled Quitman Week 0, the first game of the season. Conway Christian beat them 20-13 at boat race Baptist Prep last week, 48-7. So they're going to have all the confidence in the world coming into this contest tonight. So this is going to be a tough one for the Red Devils.
Our captains are out at the middle of the field. It is J.J. Cunningham for the Red Devils, and I couldn't. JJ's got the captain from Conway. It's number 21. That is
Jacques Keener.
And Conway Christian's going to receive to start the ball game. So, folks, we're about ready for kickoff. We're going to take another 1 minute break, and we'll be back with the kickoff between your Red Devils and the Conway Christian Eagles. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. Back in 1 minute. All right, Red Devil fans, we're back here at Lemley Field. Both teams have made their way on to the field. And the Red Devils will be teeing it off with, it's going to be Kenny Rivas. And Scott, real quick, let's hit on Kenny Rivas, what we saw last week. A field goal was made.
Yeah, Kenny's a very talented sophomore, not just in the kicking department. He's a great kicker, very accurate, has good distance, but Kenny also plays in the back end of that Red Devil defense. Did such a good job in Week 0 against Bigelow, and did well last week against Dover, all things considered. But Kenny's an asset, and put a field goal on the board. Had the Red Devils in the lead early on against Dover last week, 3-0. It was, like I said in the broadcast last week, it's been a long time since we saw a 3-0 score, 7-3 score.
We don't see them numbers.
We don't, not normally, but it is good. Kenny is a weapon, and he's a good tool to have in the belt there for the Red Devils.
Kenny has the capability of putting them in the end zone.
Yeah.
And that can help out your kickoff team, which we've seen the last few years. It's been the pooch kicks to the side. It will be Brady DeMacos. Did I say that right?
Sounds right to me.
On the return, and he's going to be brought down at the 25. And that is Kenny Rivas on the stop.
So Kenny kicks and he tackles.
Kenny does it all.
If we had to pick a player of the game right now, it'd be Kenny Rivas.
He's done everything. So far.
Yeah, he's an early front runner.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the 27-yard line. And Scott, that is a full house backfield.
Yes, it is.
And we've got a flag.
That ball, there was some against the
We've got an illegal substitution right off the
Eagles.
bat. So DeMarcos is going to be the quarterback for the Eagles. So back them up 5, and it's 1st and 15 now. I've never seen a formation like this before, Scott.
Neither.
3 to the right. And it's going to be, they've got a man coming open, and good defense there. Good defense by Drake Reinhardt.
Yeah, Drake just coming over the top there to knock that pass down. Good job getting around his man without interfering with him and drawing the flag. Just a good, solid defense.
And that is a big receiver, Scott. 6'5", 200 pounds, Miles Dickinson.
Yeah, he's listed at 6'5", 200. He is pretty big. I mean, you're looking at him on
He's
field
got a
there.
size advantage
Yes,
on
he
our
does.
secondary. Makos hands it off up the middle. Good D. Jackson Furr was right there first, along with Blake Mitchell.
Landon Seaton getting up from that pile as well.
And that's Aaron Lovelace on the carry. So 3rd and 14, Red Devil Dean's coming out, fired up. And Scott, going back to our first 2 games, defense has really played pretty good this year.
Yeah, the defense has been solid. Got to get the offense on track, get them going, and the Red Devils will be in good shape.
So we've got DeMarcos in shotgun, stepping back, firing out to the right, and he throws a short hop.
Xander Stone's pass was intended for Dixon, goes incomplete.
It'll bring up 4th down
for the Eagles.
So it is 4th down.
Drops back into punt formation, and it'll be number 11, Tanner Hegman.
We're going to get this
Red
back.
Devils.
And it's a low snap. They get the kickoff. Red Devils are going to come away with good field position. They're going to have to start out 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line.
Red Devils take over 1st and 10.
So the defense sets the offense up in good shape here, Shane, by
10:59 remaining here in the first quarter.
limiting what Conway Christian was able to do on that first drive. Started off with the penalty, get behind the chains right off the bat, and then the defense just clamps down, and they never were able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. And bad snap on the punt there, kind of forced it to be short and out of bounds at the 44.
Well, Scott, we've got a change right there. Right now, Jaden Martin is at quarterback, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper. And Martin's going to pick up 4 or 5 right there. He spread the field out with an empty backfield, and we've seen Martin, that's what he does best.
Yeah, and Cole Crawford, who's been the starting quarterback the last couple of weeks, was out at receiver, and now he's back in the backfield. Cole was a little dinged up at the end of that Dover game and has dealt with some lingering issues this week, so I kind of expected that we might see a little bit of a 2-quarterback system tonight.
So now we're in the pistol formation. Crawford hands off to Martin. Martin now gone to tailback. Boy, he is upended.
He was tripped up by number 34, Thomas Lee.
Thomas Lee came rushing through there and just tripped Martin up. Really lost about a half yard, and it's going to make it 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Thomas Lee coming up from that middle linebacker spot just came through there untouched and dumped Jaden before he could get back to the line of scrimmage.
Scott, we got to take advantage of this good field position. And here's the handoff, Mason Martin. Mason's going to he's going to be close.
Number 29,
And they're still trying to push him forward. Line did a good job right there.
The spot by the official on our near side is going to be really
Kevin
close.
Williams, along with number 19.
I think they're going to mark him about a half yard short.
And it's going to be,
Move.
now they're going to measure. Officials timeout.
An official's timeout for a measurement.
Is it the short one?
Maybe this is 4th and 0. I don't know.
We haven't had a 4th
We
and
have
0.
not. We're at 3rd weekend. It's time for it.
The 4th and 0.
Or 1st down. I'd prefer that, actually.
This will
Go
be
ahead and give it to us.
Right. That is fourth. That's 4th and 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go 4th and 0.
The 4th and inches for the Red Devils.
The proper terminology would be inches, but 0. So here's a big play, Scott. Big play right here. 9:27 left in the first quarter, and Red Devils are lining up to go for it. Good field position. Want to keep this drive alive and put points on the board first.
Yeah, good opportunity for the offensive line here to assert themselves, make a push, and get this first down.
Cunningham, Bartlett. And here goes Jaden, and Jaden's got it. That's a good, strong run there, right there by Jaden Martin. And he was tripped up by Lee again, but Martin hit the hole hard and leaned forward and got the first down.
He came to the left side of that line where Colin Brown and J.J. Cunningham are, and got a little push there.
Scott, we talked about it last week. Colin Brown and J.J. Mason Martin was getting most of his yards off the left side last week, and they did a really good job. And here goes Mason now. Mason trying to get outside, and he is not going to get away from their defense right there as they had good backside pursuit by, I believe that's Garrison Greer. Greer come all the way over from that backside defensive end and run Martin down.
Yeah, he's lined up on the right side of, well, it'd be the left side of the Red Devil offensive line. He went all the way across the formation there to make the tackle, so good pursuit.
So it's 2nd down and 12, and we're going to see Crawford fire, and this is Furr, get it Furr in space, and they did a good job closing him down. You want to try to get Furr in open space, and good job by the Eagle defense right there.
Yeah, they rallied to the ball. We didn't have enough blockers there. They had one more man than we had blockers, so.
So now you're at 3rd and 12. And you got Crawford and the Martin brothers in the backfield. Oh, there's the hard count. That'll get you 5. It's going to be offsides against the Eagle defense. So that helps your
it opens up the playbook a
well,
little bit.
yeah, and it helps you, now maybe when you get 2 downs to get this.
Right.
I would say for a Porter to think about Kenny Rivas, probably need to get inside the 20.
Yeah, maybe from the
25.
Yeah, maybe from 25.
He'd take a shot.
Yeah.
So it's Cole Crawford in shotgun. He's got the Martin brothers, Jaden and Mason in the backfield, and he's going to fire this time to Hegeman. He's got Hegeman. Hegeman's trying to get loose, and he's going to get about 4 maybe.
It's going to bring up another 4th and short situation.
They will bring him down.
Looks like a full yard. 4th
Bring
and
up
1.
4th and 1 for the Red Devils.
And they're on the Eagle 23-yard line. We've got 7 minutes left here in the first. It's been a very, a methodical, patient drive by the Red Devils.
Yeah, it started on the 44, so we haven't moved that much so far, but been able to pick up a first down. Need another one right here to keep the drive going.
Mason. Oh, he tried to bounce. Oh, no. He tried to bounce it outside. And that defense is quick on the outside.
Yes, they are.
The ball will go over on downs to the Eagles.
So the Red Devils are going to turn it over on downs. It's going to go to the Eagles. They'll be 1st and 10. It'll be a Better Way Realty 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the 28. Scott, that is number 16 at quarterback. That is Xander Stone. And that's going to be a handoff up the middle. Great job by Jackson Bird right there. See, wrapped up Lovelace.
Aaron Lovelace on the carry.
Yeah, Jackson had, 21 tackles last week.
2 interceptions.
One ran back for a touchdown, so he's picking up right where he left off.
I mean, he was our player. He was our Johnny Gately player of the game last week. Here's Stone, fakes, fires out to the right, and he just misthrows to Keepley.
Stone's pass was intended for Bryce Keepley.
So the Red Devils 3rd and 9 again, 6:08 left. here in the first.
Yeah, and Conway Christian is going quick. They're running a hurry-up style offense here, so not taking much time off the clock, but they just haven't been able to pick up any yardage and make first downs to keep their drives going.
Here's Stone. Stone hands off to Lovelace, and good job by the Red Devil D again.
Again, Jackson Furr on the tackle.
Jaden Martin was there, and of course Landon C.
Yeah.
So Red Devils fourth. There, here we go again, 4th and 8.
22, Aaron Lovelace.
So good. Two good stands by the Red Devil D.
Yeah.
Drops back for the Red Devil.
Number 18, Lucas Corbin on the punt for Conway Christian.
Hegeman's deep for the Red Devils, and it's a low snap again, and almost blocked by Phillips.
I'm not sure he didn't get a finger on that.
Yeah. And Red Devils, once again, good field position as they'll have 1st and 10 on their own 48-yard line.
Down the Corbin punt at the Red Devil 48, where they'll take over 1st and 10.
So it'll be a
5:29 remaining
Better
here in
Way
the
Realty
quarter.
1st and 10
No
for the Red
score.
Devils on their own 48. 5:29 left here in the first quarter. No score.
A defensive struggle thus far, Shane.
It is. So Crawford has Furr split out to the left. He's got David Bowden split out to the right. Jackson Phillips in the slot. And Jaden Martin's in the backfield with him. And it's going to be Jaden going up the middle. Going to fall forward. Good run by Jaden. Going to get 5 right there.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to be lucky to pick up just a couple and able to drive his legs and get 2 or 3 more. Make it 2nd and 5.
Culpepper at the bottom of the pile for the Eagles.
Crawford checking his play. Jaden Martin in the backfield. Phillips is now on the left side with Furr. This time it's a handoff to Jaden. Jaden running hard and needs a hold on that football. Looked like he was going to stretch it
I
out.
thought about for just a second about stretching it out there,
DeLucas
but
on the
thought better
side
of it. I'm
number
glad
8,
he did.
Jaden Martin.
So he gets a couple. It's 3rd and 4 now.
3rd and 4 for the Red Devils.
4:30 left here in the first. No score.
46.
We're here at Lemley Field. It is the Red Devils and the Conway Christian Eagles. Got their talking about their defense. They are fast on the outside.
Yeah, they are. It's going to be tough for our guys to bounce anything outside.
Here's Crawford dropping straight back. He's got time. He's looking. He fires into the flat. It's complete. Mason Martin. Good effort. Great effort by Mason Martin to pick up the first down. He shoved one tackler away and then he just stretched his body out.
Really good effort there to pick up the first down. I think he was stopped short initially and just refused to give up on that. And like I said, stretched out there and was able to pick up the first down.
So that's a Better Way Realty. 1st and 10. Real estate done a better way. Red Devils are on the Eagles' 41-yard line. Crawford waiting for the snap. Handoff Martin. Martin running hard, and Martin's going to get 3 or 4 right there.
Jaden Martin on the carry for the Red Devils. Number 30, Carter.
Scott will go ahead and mention, we hadn't talked about it, but senior Hayden Duval is out right now. They say he may have a partial tear, and they really don't know the extent of how bad it's going to be.
Yeah, he's in street clothes on the sideline there with a brace on his right knee. Love to have him out there, but want to get him healthy.
Empty backfield for Crawford. Takes the snap, rolling out to his left. And he fires, and it's complete to Furr. Nice catch by Jackson Furr right there. He had a man draped all over him. Jaquez King was all over him.
First down.
But Furr positioned himself and made the catch. So that's a Better Way Realty 1st and 10 for the Red Devils.
We got lucky there, Shane. I think we could have picked up a holding call as one of their defensive lineman came through and was being grabbed at.
Here's Jaden. Jaden's got a hole up the middle. Oh, no. The ball came loose.
Martin on the carry. There is a fumble on the play.
And I believe Conway's got Red Devils come up with it. Extremely lucky.
Yeah, number 9, Kate Williams, just came up and laid a lick on Jaden Martin and knocked the ball loose. Didn't look to me like, Jaden was holding the ball out away from his body or anything like that. He was keeping it tight, but just a good hard tackle there and jarred the ball free. Luckily, Jackson Furr was able to come up with it.
Here's Crawford. Hand off to Mason this time. Mason's going to tried to get away right there, but number 21, Keener, held on this time. It's hard to get to the outside against them.
Yeah, they've got good speed on the outside. Number 19, Bo Campbell, also along with Keener there on that tackle.
We've got a minute and a half left here in the first quarter. We have no score here. Red Devils, driving again here in Eagle territory. Cole's hard count's working pretty good. He's got that front line jumping.
Yeah.
And we are going to have a timeout, Red Devils.
Red Devils.
All right, you're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll be right back.
I want to remind all you fans, we got a lot of things going on now.
Well, we're back, and Crawford was rolling out, and he hit Davin Bowden, and Davin Bowden juggled it in the air, and while he was trying to pull it in, it was intercepted.
Yeah, it was number 34, Thomas Lee, who came up with the interception for the Eagles.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 13.
So the Red Devil drive is halted again, and it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Eagles on their own 13. Stone, shotgun formation, hands off to Lovelace. Lovelace doesn't get anything on the right side as Malachi Gibbons and Jackson Furr and Jaden Martin was on the stop.
Malachi Gibbons on the stop for the Red Devils.
The middle of that Red Devil defense looks pretty strong tonight, Shane. There's just not much room for Conway Christian to operate up front.
Stone, shotgun, has trips to the right. He's going to fire to the right. It's complete to Dickinson. And Dickinson is going to be stopped. And Scott, it is going to take a game tackle to get him down.
And there are 6 red jerseys there, so they did gang up and tackle him.
And that's going to be a game.
was the first man there for the Red Devils. He got help.
And they're going to make it 3rd and 2 now.
John Davis, and number 6, Drake
John Davis and Dakota Ham was there on the play. But he is a big boy, and he's got a size advantage on the secondary. So this will be the final play of the first quarter, and it's going to be Lovelace going off the left side, and the defense, he's going to get the first down.
Lovelace on the carry.
But that's it. He's just going to get the 2.
Yeah.
Seaton at the very bottom of the
Just kept his legs churning and was able to pick up just a couple of yards, and that's all he needed for the first down.
Well, there's 5 seconds left in the quarter. It is a Better Way Realty 1st and 10 And the clock will run out now, and that'll bring it into the first quarter. Your scores, the Red Devils 0, Eagles 0. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. We'll be back in 1 minute. Fans, we are back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium. We're getting ready to start the second quarter play.
Game will be at 5 o'clock, followed by the junior high game.
It is Atkins 0, Conway Christian 0. It will be 1st and 10 now for the Eagles.
14th of September right here at Lemley Field.
And that's a handoff to Lovelace, and he's not going to get anything. And Carter makes a stop along with Malachi Gibbons, and Scott Furr is all over the place defensively.
Yeah, like I said, 21 tackles last week to go along with 2 interceptions, and tonight we've already called his name 5 or 6 times. So, yeah, he's around the football all the time.
So a gain of 1 makes it 2nd and 9. The Eagles are on their own 25. Stone, shotgun formation. Got a man coming in motion. Rolls out, fires deep on the right, and just him and Dickinson were not on the same page.
Well, the quarterback was expecting somebody to break off that route and go to the outside, and the receiver had post intentions.
So it'll be 3rd and 9 now for the Eagles. Stone, shotgun formation's got trips to the right, and he's going to hand off. And good job by the defense again, as that's Landon Seaton along with Lucas Sims on the stop. And that was DeMocos
on the stop for the Red Devils. It'll bring up 4th down and 7
on the carry, and it's going to bring up 4th and 7. So this is the Eagles' 3rd punt here in the first half.
And Jackson Phillips got awfully close to blocking the last one.
It's low snaps, and I think we can get there. And good field position again for the Red Devils as they'll start out 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line.
1st and 10. 10:31 remaining here in the first half for Red Devils 0.
Red Devil fans, we'd like to remind you we'll be on the road the next 2 Fridays. We're going to go to Jessieville and Salem. So we're going to 2 opposite ends of the state.
Yeah, we're going south, then we're going north.
But we'll be on the road the next 2 weeks. And Salem is the start of conference season. So you hope to get things right and get things rolling here in these next 2 games. And Jaden Martin is now at quarterback, shotgun formation, and Martin's going to do the quarterback keeper, and he's going to get about 3 right there.
Jaden Martin on the quarterback keeper.
Followed Austin McCurry there and went right up the middle.
Connor Norman, Cade Bartlett, Austin McCurry, J.J. Cunningham, and Colin Brown. That's your boys up front. And now Cole Crawford's back in at quarterback. And he's going to hand it off to Jaden. Jaden's hitting that hole hard, and he's going to fall for another 3 right there.
Jaden Martin again on the carry for the Red Devils.
Jaden's going to become the workhorse, it looks like.
Leading along.
But Scott, he's big enough to carry the load.
He is, and the good thing about having the frame that he has is, we saw this last year. He falls forward, so even when he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage, he's able to pick up a yard or two just because he always seems to fall forward.
Crawford waiting for the snap and going to roll to the left. He's got pressure coming from the backside, but he fires, and it's right in and out of the hands of Hagerman. It was a good pass. Hagerman sat down in the zone right there and just couldn't pull it in.
Yeah, and I think the reason for that is number 19, Bo Campbell for Conway Christian, stepped in the throwing lane there and just was able to get his fingertips on it and alter the pass just a little bit. And Tanner wasn't able to look it all the way in. So Cole is going to be in punt formation.
9:15 left here in the first half. Crawford's kick, and it's going to give the Eagles good field position here to start out on this drive. So he didn't quite get as much as he wanted on it.
His directional kick was a little too directional.
Crawford's punt goes out of bounds at the.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Eagles. Better Way Realty 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the 41-yard line.
With 9:09 remaining here until halftime.
Stone is your quarterback. He's going to have trips to the right. Lovelace is in the backfield with him. And it's going to be Lovelace going off the left side, and that's going to be Lovelace's biggest game so far.
Yeah.
Blake Mitchell on the stop along with Lucas Sims.
Yeah, he got 4 on that one, Lovelace did, and you said it, that's his biggest gain by far of the night. He's been limited to just 1 or 2 yards, if that.
Here's Stone, and here's Lovelace coming off the left side. He's got a big hole, first down, as he gets close to the Red Devil 40. Scott, here's something we didn't see is Furs on the sideline. He's holding his hand over there, so look a little banged up right there.
Yeah.
So there's a Better Way Realty 1st and 10 now for the Eagles on the Red Devil 41, as that's Lovelace's biggest run so far. And here's the Mocos on the carry, and Landon seems like we're not doing this again. And Landon does the, I got to say it, the WWE hip toss right there. He gets my first WWE call of the year.
Yeah, he wrapped him up and threw him backwards.
Suplex. That's
yeah.
my word. That's the suplex.
The belly to back suplex.
Yes. Here's Stone. Stone fires out, and he's got a man, and it's the screen coming across the middle. Drake Reinhardt makes the play, and he's going to be short of the first down. Keithley was on the reception.
Brought down by Drake Reinhardt.
So it's going to be 3rd and 1 now for the Eagles on the Red Devil 32. Stone trips to the right, takes a snap, fires out to the right. Oh, if Killer would have got his hands up, he probably would have knocked it down. But it's a 1st and 10 now. I mean, he threw it right at Dawson Killer.
You'll have enough for a first down as Crawford, number 40, John Davis, knocks him out of bounds.
So Conway Christian now as deep as they've been in Red Devil territory.
And this is quarterback keeper as he pulled it out, and he's going to be wrapped up by Lucas Sims. Saved a touchdown right there.
Good open field tackle by Lucas Sims.
But Stone pulled a good fake off right there.
Stuck it in the belly of his running back there, and it's a last minute pulled it out.
That's a little KJ Jefferson magic right there. So now inside the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Better Way Realty 1st and 10, and Stone is going to hand off to the Mocos and
Lucas on the carry.
Davin Bowden.
Davis
and John Davis on the
On
stop.
the stop for the Red Devils.
6:30 left here in the first half. No score, but Eagles are knocking on the door inside the 10. Lovelace is in the backfield with Stone. Oh, that's the Mocos quarterback. And he's going to hand it off to Lovelace. Lovelace, oh, we're going to have a flag fly in as Bowden makes the stop on Lovelace. But we're
Gavin
going to
Bowden, number 21. makes
hopefully
the
the
stop.
holding
We've got a
call.
That's in the area where
flag.
you usually see holding.
And that's going to be our call. Holding right there.
So that'll back them up 10 yards. That'll help.
So 6:04 left, and then we're going to have, still should be second down and back to the 17-yard line.
Second 13, 14.
And they're running Demokros at quarterback. And he's going to keep it off the right side. And what a run. As he broke about 2 or 3 shirt tackles.
I think he lost part of his jersey
Ryan
on that.
Lucas on the quarterback keeper.
And
Brought down at about the 7-yard line.
he's picking up his shirt right
He's
now.
trying to tear what was hanging off of it, and it just kept spinning around him.
So it's going to be third and about 3, and they're on the 7, the Red Devils 7. Big third down right here. And it's going to be the Mocos. And good job, Davin Bowden came up along with Jackson Phillips and landed Seaton. Good surge right there to force a 4th down call.
Yeah, good job by Davin Bowden. Just create space there with being blocked, and just was able to extend his arms a little bit so he could maintain his vision, find the ball carrier, and bring him down for no gain.
Well, Coach Kramer wants to talk about it now for the Eagles. With that, we'll take a break. 5 minutes left here in the first half. Eagles 0, Red Devils 0. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. Back in 1 minute. We're back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium, and it is 4th and 6 for the Eagles. So they're going to go for it. And Scott's big call, and like you said off the air there, how big would this be to make a stand right here?
And we've seen the Red Devils do this a couple times against Bigelow in the opening week.
And Stone dropping back, and Stone's going to, oh my word, he got free and got into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown, Eagles.
He broke a couple of tackles inside and just found the
Number
lane.
16, Xander Stone.
Yeah, it looked for just a second there like he was going to be dropped in the backfield, dropped back to pass, and was facing pressure. And as the play broke down, it just opened up in the middle for him, and he took advantage of that.
So this is going to be a Mr. Break and Lube extra point. And it rolls back there, and it's blocked.
We've
got a flag.
Yeah. A lot going on there.
Drake Reinhardt blocked it. We've got procedure.
Illegal pursuit
and it's going to be declined. So the extra point is no good. So that's our score now. It's Eagles 6, Red Devils 0, 4:52 left here in the first half. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We're back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium. The Eagles just get on the board on a 4th down and 6 as Stone dropped back to pass, and then pressure came, and he just found a seam up the middle, broke a couple of tackles, and dove into the end zone. So here's the kick, and this is going to be picked up on about the 25, and it's Mason Martin. And Mason still spinning, trying to get away, and he's going to get to about the 37-yard line. So pretty good field position again for the Red Devils to start out.
James Williams there to make the stop.
Scott, 444 left here in the first half. And
First and 10 for the Red Devils.
I don't want to say critical, but I think we really need to see points on the board here.
Yeah, it would be huge going into half to be
A lot of
able to
momentum.
put some points on the
Yeah.
board. And we've been able to move the ball so far, but
We
the drives
have.
have just stalled out.
They've stalled, inside the 25 on both of them. Turnover on one,
Right.
and then just stalled on 4th down. So we've got trips to the right. Crawford waiting for the handoff to Jaden, and Jaden's not be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. They look like they're going to give him a yard loss.
Thompson Dillon was the first man there for the Eagles.
Thompson deal on the stop. They're going to give him a yard loss, 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 for the Devils.
Lucas Sims, Mason Martin. Split out to the right. Jaden Martin in the backfield. Cole going to fire, and it's complete to Hegeman. And Hegeman should get. I disagree with that side, Judge. I thought it was about a yard or two more.
I thought the forward progress was well beyond where he's got it marked right there.
So now you're looking at 3rd and about 6. With 3:43 left.
Make a stop for the Eagles.
Yeah, I thought Tanner had more forward progress right there before he was drove back.
And maybe he thought, just with that little jump cut that he gave up what he had gotten, and so he marked him short.
Crawford dropping back, and he's going to fire to Martin. Boy, they read that all the way.
Yeah.
As Martin didn't even have room to move, as Brady Johnson was right there to wrap up and just dropped Martin right where he caught it.
Honestly, he was just fortunate to make the catch, just come down with the catch.
Johnson read it so good.
He
I
did.
mean, we're lucky it wasn't picked.
Yeah.
So it's now 4th and 10. Cole waiting for the snap. Here's the kick, and that's a good kick. It's going to get a roll to inside the 20. Say about the 19-yard line, where the Eagles will start out 1st and 10. 2:40 left here in the first half. It's been a quick first half.
Pass rolls out of bounds at the Eagles 20-yard line. We'll take over 1st and 10. 2:40 left here in the first half, and the visiting Eagles lead 6-0.
Fans, we'd like to ask you to join us here at halftime. We're going to have new head coach for the Lady Red Devil basketball program, Callie Kelly, will be joining me at the half. Look forward to talking to her. Here's the snap, and no gain.
Lovelace on the carry.
Lovelace was on the carry, and Mitchell and Gibbons were right there on the stop.
Mitchell on the stop.
John Davis came in and finished it off.
So a gain of short one to make it 2nd and 9. 6-0. Eagles lead the Red Devils. 2:12 left here in the first half. Lovelace in the backfield. Stone dropping back, fires out to the left. It's complete. And he is drove out of bounds by Sims and David Bowden. And it was complete to Kyle Kane. But it's going to be a Betterway Realty 1st and 10 for the Conway Christian Eagles. Here's Stone, hands off Lovelace. Lovelace with the head of steam. Sims comes up and stops his progress right there as John Davis helped him bring him down.
It'll be 2nd and 2 at the Red Devils.
Lovelace looks like he's got that motor revved up now a little bit.
Yeah, he's running a little harder than he was at the beginning of the game. And maybe he's seeing a little more room up front. Maybe that his offensive line is beginning to open some holes up.
Stone, hands off Lovelace again. Lovelace pushing the pile forward, and he's going to fall for the first, get the first down before he is brought down by Blake Mitchell and Jackson Furr. 1st and 10. Realty 1st and 10 for the Eagles on their own 44-yard line as the clock is running down. We're close to 1 minute left here in the first half. Stone fires complete. And
Stone pass is complete to Bryce Keithley.
Keithley makes the grab. Furr brings him down. We're going to have timeout by the Eagles with 54 seconds left. We'll take a break.
Have timeout, Eagles.
It's Eagles 6, Red Devil 0. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. We'll be back in 1 minute. All right, Red Devil fans, back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium. It's 54 seconds left here in the first half. It's 6-0. Conway Christian Eagles over your Red Devils. The ball is at midfield, 2nd and 4, and with the Eagles trying to tack on some points here in these final seconds. And like we said during the break, Scott, I agree with you. They're going to have to take a shot. Now Furr's dropping back deep. Stone's going straight back, and he fires in the middle, and it's complete to Keithley. And Keithley's going to be brought down.
Keithley again on the receiving end of the Stone pass
By Kenny Rivas. And Drake Reinhardt.
coming up to make the stop for the Red
So it's a
Devils.
1st and 10 for the Eagles, and they are inside the 35, Scott. Here's Stone again, dropping straight back, and Seaton pressured him. And, boy, they took the shot at Dickinson like we thought they would. But good defense.
Yeah, Dakota Ham there on the coverage, and he turned and saw the ball come in and just knocked it away there at the last minute.
So 28 seconds left here in the first half. 2nd and 10 now for the Eagles on the Red Devil 34-yard line.
Good job there by Ham, but the bad thing is that incompletion stops the clock, gives Conway Christian a chance to kind of regroup and figure out next couple of plays.
And here's the handoff to DeMocos, and he's got room, and he is trying to bounce it outside, and he's going to be brought down inside the 20 by Tanner Hegerman and Lucas Sims. And it's going to be another first down. So, like we talked about, we didn't think they had enough at the 50, but boy, they got down here in 2 plays. So now they've got a good shot. And they're going to take another timeout with 12 seconds left.
Eagles with 12 seconds.
It is Conway Christian Eagles 6, Red Devils 0. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. We'll be back in 1 minute. Back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium, it is 1st and 10 on the Red Devil 18 for the Eagles. 12 seconds left here in the first half. Stone, empty backfield. And now we've got timeout Red Devils.
Timeout Red Devils.
All right, we'll take a quick 30-second break. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. Back in 30 seconds. Back here at Lemley Field, Sorrel Stadium, 12 seconds left here in the first half. It is 6-0 Eagles over the Red Devils. Eagles have 1st and 10 on the Red Devil 18. And Scott, like you just made a comment off there, that was, little chess match. Coach Kramer and Coach Porter, we're seeing how we're going to line up.
Yeah, Coach Kramer called the timeout first, got his offense ready. After they came out and motioned out of their original set, the Red Devils saw how they were going to be in formation and called the timeout to get ready for it.
And here we go. And they throw it into the end zone, and it's caught. Furr went up to block it and missed and did not come down with it. And it is touchdown.
Number 16, Xander Stone
completes it.
Number 10, Brady DeMocos.
DeMocos catches it in the end zone for the touchdown. When it was thrown up, I thought Furr had a chance to swat it.
Yeah, I did too. I thought he had a chance to pick it and come down with it, but went for the deflection, just trying to knock it away, and somehow it got through, and DeMocos was able to catch it.
And here's the 2-point conversion by Lovelace, and it's good. So it is 14-0 Eagles with 5 seconds left in the first half. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. We'll be back in 1 minute. Back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium, 5 seconds left in the first half. Eagles just got on the board with an 18-yard touchdown pass from Stone to Demokos, and here's the kickoff, and it's going to be a worm burner, and picked up by Mason Martin. Martin trying to find a lane, and Martin is going to be brought down, and there's a flag as he was body slammed.
Yeah, and that is going to the half will not end on
We
that.
get a free play.
Yeah. The Conway Christian coaches were trying to send their guys to the locker room, and now you got a Conway Christian coach who's out at the hash.
And so now it's all. Martin was picked up, and all the guy had to do was just, but he had the motion of the body slam.
Yeah, and you can't do that. I mean,
No.
when you pick them up and get them off their feet, you just have to hold them there. You can't throw them down, and that's what they're going to call that every time.
So it's a personal foul. Red Devils are going to get one shot here.
We'll have
So they're going to be on the 43-yard line. The Eagles 43.
Eagle 43.
So you send everybody to the end zone and let it fly.
I don't know, but I would imagine that Conway Christian is going to have at least 5 guys playing way deep. Going to try not to get burned over the top with anything.
So Crawford has twins to the left and right. Jaden Martin in the backfield with him. Here we go. Dropping back. He lets it fly. Oh, and he overshoots Bowden, and that'll bring it into the first half. It is Conway Christian 14, your Atkins Red Devils 0. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back. We are back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium. It is halftime. It is the Conway Christian Eagles 14, your Atkins Red Devils 0. Now at this time, we're going to have a little talk with the new head girls basketball coach here at Atkins. We finally told Coach McAnulty he could take a break and go down to 2 teams instead of all 4. But we are joined here by Callie Kelly, who is the new head coach here. And Coach, I appreciate you joining me here on the radio.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Coach, you let's give everybody a little background on you. You interned here 3 years ago.
Yes.
With Coach Coon.
Yes, sir.
And got to see a pretty good run that year with the basketball program.
Oh, yeah, amazing run. I mean, we went Sweet 16 and we're in the Elite 8, I do believe, that year, yeah.
So you got to be a part of a pretty good run, and then you got hired and went straight over to Danville and was there for 2 years.
Yeah, yes, sir.
And then came here. Well, actually, we could say you're here because this is home.
This is home. This is home for me. I mean, I graduated from Dover, but I've lived and grew up in Atkins, and I know that's something rough to say when you're at Atkins, but yeah, this is where my roots are. So.
Well, Coach, tell me a little bit about your philosophies and things that you like to do with your program.
Just, getting the girls committed to anything, and coming in and being a young coach, having a group buy into you is something that that's what you strive for in the first few years, and then once you get them bought into your strategies and your philosophies, and we do a lot on a family, and we're one unit, proving the pride, and and just effort and hard work. We hammer the effort, hard work, commitment, toughness on the court, off the court, anything,
And Coach, you check and you come here and the cupboard. Most time when new coaches come in, they find their cupboard bare when they come in. But you come in and that cupboard still got some things in it.
Oh yeah.
You still got, some experience out there on the floor.
We definitely do. We've got some girls, who maybe were in the back of the cupboard. They're still in the cupboard, but they, and I think they're really going to step up and they'll be like, whoa, where'd she come from?
But and now talking about the conference, and we have said this for the last couple of years, this conference that you're in, if it's not the toughest, it's 1A.
Without a doubt.
We were talking last year with Coach McAnulty. The conference we were matched up in regional, that was probably the other toughest conference.
Oh, yeah.
And this conference that you are in this year has put a state final in 3 out of the last 4 years. So competition's going to be tough in this conference.
It's going to be tough, and it seems like nobody ever graduates out of it. And so they, and it's just good competitors constantly moving up from junior high into their senior high, and it's just never, it's just always going to stay tough.
But you wouldn't have it any other way.
I wouldn't.
Competition makes everybody better.
It does. I would prefer, coaching against that competition, because that's only going to make you better as a coach and your team better as, just as a program.
Right. Totally agree. And it's just something to watch day in and day out, and in this conference. And I know we were talking last year and we joked there was never an off night. You never had a free, like going into a game, we're going to take care of them. No, it was battle every night.
It's battle, or you're going to get taken care of, and you've got to come out with that mentality in this conference.
Well, Coach, I do appreciate you joining me here and introducing you to the Red Devil fans. Everybody probably knows already, but we're getting your name out there, and we look forward to covering you this year on the hardwood.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be back home.
That is Coach Callie Kelly, the new head girls coach at Atkins. And we're going to take another 3-minute break here. It is Eagles 14, Red Devils 0. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
Good job.
Felt like I rambled.
No, you were good. I've had some. But this is what's funny. Last year, Matt comes up here and just kicks back in the chair and puts his feet up. And I said, what? He goes, I'm all 4 of them.
Come on, what are you gonna ask? This is it.
But no, you did. You did good. I've had some up here that's, but no, you were good.
Yeah, I tried to catch myself before. I was like, and I was like, nope, don't do that. I was like, I'd rather pause than say, But yeah. All right.
No, I'll get Slick. Slick will get up here. He's the next home game, and then I think I've got Trey. I do Tracy on the last one. That's about her volleyball district time, and then. But no, you were good.
Yeah.
Watch your back, dude. No, I mean, don't cut your back on the light there.
Not watch your back, as we're not gonna just.
Yeah, I've already ran into it.
Oh, okay.
Times. First I forgot I closed it, went straight into it. The second time I remembered I closed it, so I opened it and I ran into this.
Oh, you sound about like
No,
me.
hey, don't be. Coach Bobo split this board, and screws shot through him, and he had to go get 5 stitches.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he bled all over this press box 2 weeks ago.
Gosh. Well, is anybody getting you anything?
Oh, I'm good. I'm
Okay,
good.
okay.
Appreciate it.
I'm going back down to the concession stand, see if they need me.
Thank you for doing this.
Absolutely, yeah. If you ever need me again, just let me know.
I will. Well, we will do a basketball special before the season tips off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. It is halftime. It is the Eagles 14, the Red Devils 0. I apologize for anybody listening on the live stream. I forgot to turn it off, and you caught all the talk after the interview with Coach Kelly. But I appreciate you, Coach Kelly, coming up here and doing the interview. Well, the first half was just a little bit rough for the Red Devil offense. At times, they moved the ball good and got inside the 25 a couple of times and just come up short. One was an interception on a bobble, and then they turned it over on downs another time. And the Red Devils are just needing that one play to get them over the hurdle here in the first half. And we saw the Eagles' last 2 drives, they were able to sustain some last 2 drives, scored on a 4th down on one of them, and it's just been a hard luck night for the Red Devils here in the first half. But they only trail 14-0. It's still a ball game, whole second half to play, and really hoping the Red Devils can come out in the second half and turn the tide here. Once again, I'd like to remind you, next week we will be in Jessieville for our last non-conference game. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. You can hear it on 100.9 KWKK and watch it on the ARD Sports Network. And then in 2 weeks, we'll be opening conference play in Salem. I'd like to give a shout out to the Red Devils 7th grade and junior high football teams for sweeping at Conway Christian last night. 7th grade goes to 2-0 on the year. Junior high goes to 3-0 on the year. And they'll be here next week to take on Melbourne. They'll be home for the next 2 weeks, so they're going to start their conference season next week against Melbourne. And shout out to the volleyball team as they went and opened conference last night in Flippin. Junior high got the win, conference win, and senior high got their first conference win as they kicked off conference play. So sports is rolling here, and it's just good times at the Atkins High School and Junior High School. It is 14-0. Eagles leading the Red Devils here at the half. We're going to take another 2-minute break. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. We'll be back in 2 minutes. I knew I hadn't done that yet this year, and there it went. Huh? Yeah. But it wasn't the radio, Mike. I know. I know. Me and Coach Kelly were talking, and I was like, yeah.
No big deal.
Not many people were calling the phone. All right, we're back here at Lemley Field at Sorrels Stadium. 14-0. Eagles lead the Red Devils at the half. And Scott, I was talking with before the last break just about the offense is just looking for that one big play to get over the hurdle.
Yeah, we said during the break, just off the air talking to each other, that this team just needs one good thing to happen to them, I think, and they're so close, and they need to catch a break, and I think a score coming out of the half would build their confidence and do wonders for them. And the good news is we get the ball to start the third quarter here. We'll be receiving the opening kickoff of the second half. So been able to move the ball so far tonight, just haven't been able to convert on those drives and turn them into points, and hopefully that changes here to start the third quarter. And this offense is capable of putting points on the board. This 14-point deficit is not insurmountable. So I think we still have a legitimate shot to win this game.
It's just like we're waiting to explode, and the fuse has not been lit yet.
Yeah, it kind of seems like that. You can tell the guys are just a little bit gun shy, and that happens. We're riding the 0-10 last year, 0-2 to start this season, and then I don't know how many losses at the back end of the 2021 season. So you're riding a 12-game plus losing streak, and that's tough to overcome mentally.
Scott got some scores to pass along here from all of our teams here in the River Valley. Dardanelle leading Rising 35-7. Pottsville's in a tough battle. I talked to Coach Russ during the week on the River Valley Football Show. He's battling Haskell Harmony Grove tonight, and he's up 21-14 at the half. Pottsville is. Camden Fairview leading Boonville 22-8 at the half. Here's an interesting score. Perryville 9, Bigelow 6 at the half.
Wow.
Well, we got you in a good mood. I want to remind you
That's a low-scoring affair.
The Red Devils' opponent for next week, Jessieville leading Mount Ida 34-0 at the half.
starting at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Hector trailing 14-3 at the half to McCrory. Danville trailing Magazine 14-0 at the half. And that's all the updates we have so far. But I find that very interesting. Perryville and Bigelow 9-6.
Yeah, that's a low-scoring game. That's a big rivalry game there. You know, the battle for Perry County. Always a tough matchup there with those two schools being so close to each other in proximity. But that is a low score for the half, and an interesting score, like you said, 9-6. I'd kind of like to know, was that all field goals? How did we arrive at 9-6?
I don't know. Fans like to remind you to please stay tuned after the game for the John E. Gately Construction Player of the Game. We're very fortunate to have Gately Construction be able to do that for us, and so we our first two winners this year so far have been defensive winners. John Davis in week 0 and Jackson Furr in week 1. Could be another defense tonight, but I'm all open to give one to the offensive side.
Yeah, I'm hoping, Shane, that we have an offensive explosion in the second half. That somebody
and we have
on
to
the offensive
debate.
side
And we have to
of-
debate it.
that somebody on the offensive side of the ball decides, I want that Player of the Game award, and I want to help this team win, and really comes alive here in the second half.
Well, Scott, Conway Christian is out on the sideline with 30 seconds left, and the Red Devils haven't even come out yet. So it must be one good pep talk going on in there.
There is an official at the door of the field house. They're on the north end of the field, at the end of the north end zone there, and he has just come out, and now Coach Bobo is sticking his head out.
Well, I'm going to say we've got enough time to take it. We'll take another 2-minute break then, because the Red Devils hadn't even come out yet. You are listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. We'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, Red Devil fans, back here at Lemley Field Sorrels Stadium, and the Red Devils had finally come out, got their little warm-up in real quick, and Conway Christian has been lined up waiting to go for about 5 minutes out here.
That kind of tells you, Shane, that Conway Christian is pleased with the 14-0 lead, and the Red Devil coaching staff is less than pleased at a 14-0 deficit. They took a little extra time to talk about that at half.
So they have it teed up, and that is Lucas Corbin for the Eagles, and it's going to be Jaden Martin, his brother Mason, and Tanner Hageman deep for the Red Devils.
Mason Martin go deep for the Red Devils as number 18, Lucas Corbin, set the tee up and kick it off for the Eagles. Get ready to start the third quarter of play.
So Corbin is waiting. Here's the short kick, very high, and Red Devils dive to field it. And that was Mason Martin, where the Red Devils will have 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line.
Down right at the Red Devil 35, will be 1st and 10.
So Crawford with Jaden Martin in the backfield with him. Now Mason is moving into the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Mason this time. Nothing. Boy, he run right into
Mason Martin on the carry.
Garrison Greer.
Greer has just been a problem in the middle of that Eagle defense tonight.
30, Culpepper.
So it's a loss of 1 will make it 2nd and 11. Crawford looking to the sideline for the play. And here's the handoff again to Mason. Mason got a little bit right there, about 2 or 3.
Mason Martin on the carry.
Greer was there again.
Greer along with number 53,
Thompson Deal
on the stop.
on the stop too.
Bring up 3rd and 9.
So it's 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Mason able just to get back past the original line of scrimmage after a short loss on 1st down.
Running game has just been, I mean, Jaden's had some good carries, but other than that, Cole now dropping straight back. Now he's going to roll to the right. He's got pressure coming, and he fires. What a pass and can't catch to Mason Martin.
Yeah, that's not an easy throw to make, Shane. Cole Crawford rolling to his right, throwing to his right, and he put it right on the numbers.
That's a Better Way Realty 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. That was a bullet.
Now let's see if that gives this sophomore quarterback and this offense a little bit of confidence. That was a huge play.
Mason, and we've seen the first 2 weeks, he's made some tremendous catches.
He has, and he's got big playability. You know, when he gets the ball and gets a little bit of room to run, he's tough to chase down and bring down.
Crawford, now it's a handoff to Jaden, and Jaden's pushing the pile, and he's going to get about 3 right there. That's just a good surge by Jaden.
Tripped up by number 21.
That left side line has been so good the last couple of weeks. Colin Brown and J.J. Cunningham doing tremendous work on that side. Because
yeah, we just need them to continue to create a little push there and give these running backs some room to run.
we've got trips to the right. Crawford looking. He's going deep. He's got a man. He's got David Bowden. Bowden's going to be run out of bounds inside the 10.
Now it's coming back.
It's coming back.
They're going to get J.J. Cunningham with a hold.
Chopped down by number 2, Bryce Keaton.
It is coming back.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line. They hold everything. We have a flag back at around the 50.
And I hate to say it, but that's a good call by that official. It happened right in front of him. J.J. just just got a little too much of the jersey, a little too much of the shoulder pads, and turned his guy around.
Wow, that just
And you saw him go back there and slap his quarterback on the helmet and say, "My bad."
Holding against the Red Devils.
holding against the Red Devils, so we are going to back it up. Crawford has come out. I mean, those are two good passes he has put right on the money here. So now we are at 2nd and 17. And Crawford's fire. Oh, just overshot Jaden, and that was set up.
It was.
It was set up.
Crawford's pass was intended for Jaden Martin.
Wow.
Was incomplete.
Jaden tried to reach up there and bring him with one hand. It was just a little too tall
Back
for
at their
him.
own 46.
It was set up. He had blockers out in front. So now it's 3rd and 17, 9:08 left here in the third quarter. Red Devils trail 14-0. Empty backfield. Crawford waiting for the snap. Now he's going to roll to the left. He's got pressure coming from the backside. He fires. It's complete
Crawford's pass is complete
to Tanner Hegeman.
Quickly wrapped up by number 21, Jock Keener. That'll bring up
Interesting
4th down
call
for
now,
the
Scott.
Yeah, that's where that penalty really comes back to bite you. I mean, you pick up 12 yards on that play, which would have been good enough for a first down, but when you're facing 3rd and 17, it puts you here at 4th and 5, 4th and 6.
No hesitation by Coach Ford. He's going for it. Crawford. Play clock's down to 5. Drop it straight back. Plenty of time. He fires, and it's incomplete.
Crawford's pass intended for Mason Martin goes incomplete. The ball going on downs.
So the Red Devils will turn it over on downs. It'll be Eagles ball, 1st and 10 on their own 43. So Scott, you go from turn the ball over. I mean, you go from 1st and goal to turn the ball over on downs, and that's again. It's just we're getting struck by lightning.
Yeah.
And here's Stone handing off to Lovelace. And Lovelace pushes forward for about 3, landed safe.
Along with Blake Mitchell on the
Blake
stop.
Mitchell
for
on the
Red
stop. It'll be 2nd down for the Eagles. We talked about getting that one play to get them over the hurdle, and we thought that we just saw it.
Yeah, that would have been a good one, have the ball inside the 10 on your first drive in the second half, but penalties just wiped it out. And like you said, just getting struck by lightning, get the snake bit again.
Here's Lovelace. Davenbound, great job by Davenbound. He come up and just contained him and wrapped him up.
Number 22, Aaron Lovelace.
Scott, I'll give credit to Davenbound. He does a great job in open field.
Bring up 3rd and 6 for the Eagles.
He does. He's a strong kid, sophomore. We got a lot of sophomores who are playing big minutes and contributing, and Davin is one of them. He's a physical player. Got a lot of speed too. He's an asset on both sides of the ball.
7:05 left here in the third. It is 3rd and 6. And here comes a screen. Oh, and it was almost intercepted by Bowden as they tried to run a middle screen, and Red Devils had good pressure up the middle, and it just went right through Bowden's hands.
Yeah, and if he had pulled that one down, Shane, I think he's probably standing in the end zone.
Because he had a wall of blockers up
Sure
there.
did. But that does bring up 4th and long.
Good stand by the defense, and here comes Tanner Hegeman, goes deep.
And Hegeman set to return for the Red Devils.
And here's the punt. He's had low snaps all night. Oh, Jackson almost got it. Did he get a hand on it?
I don't think so, but he did force a short punt.
Boy, that is a short punt.
Had that backspin on it.
That's like a pitching wedge,
It
wasn't it?
Yeah. Checked up when he didn't need it
Down at the
to.
Red Devil 45.
So it's 1st and 10. Red Devils got great field position. 6:50 left here in the third.
Applying the pressure for the Red Devils.
I just wondered the way it was spinning. Did Phillips get a finger on it?
I think he just forced it to be punted away a lot quicker than their punter wanted to punt it, and just he wasn't able to get into it.
Their punt team has had low snaps the whole night.
Yeah, they've had some trouble. That's an opportunity for us to get a hand on one and make a big play on special teams and set the offense up.
Empty backfield for Crawford. Man coming in motion. Here comes Mason Martin, and it's a jet sweep coming around the right. And Mason spins, and Mason's going to be close to. He's trying to get that first down, and where we're sitting, he's got it.
Right at the 45, which is the line to gain.
But
tremendous effort.
Nice, nice play call. Unexpected right there.
Yeah. The Red Devils hurry up to the line.
So it's a Better Way Realty 1st and 10 for the Red Devils on the Eagle 45. And that was complete to Mason, and he's going to get close to the 40.
Mason Martin.
So Crawford hits Martin on a little swing pass out there. And going to gain about 5. We're going to make it 2nd and 5. We have about 6 minutes left here in the third. Red Devils trying to get on the board. They trail 14-0. Everybody's checking their play sheets. Bowden's foot out to the right. And this is going to be a handoff, and Mason's going to be wrapped up this time by Carter Culpepper. So probably going to go back a yard, make it 3rd and 6 now on the 41.
Thomas Lee on the stop.
Empty backfield. Crawford dropping straight back. He fires it. Oh, went through the hand of Hegerman.
Crawford's pass was intended for Hegerman, goes incomplete. Corbin on the coverage.
So it's 4th down and 6.
4th and 6 for the Red Devils.
Do you go, Scott, or do you?
I don't know.
You are.
Yeah.
I think you're looking to build momentum here.
At this point, I'd say create momentum.
Yeah, create.
But
yeah.
If we're not able to convert, we give them pretty good field position here.
Crawford rolling. He's got a man, and it's incomplete. As he tried to hit Bowden, and it went incomplete. And Mason Martin streaking down the sideline. But it goes incomplete, and it'll be turnover on downs to the Eagles. So 1st and 10 Eagles on their own 41. Stone fires into the flat, complete. It's Dickinson on the catch. 2nd and 5 on the Eagle 46. And we are just now under 5 minutes left here in the third. Here's Stone, handoff Lovelace. Lovelace is going to fall forward for a couple.
Lovelace on the carry.
As Landon Seaton, along with Jaden Martin on the stop.
Jaden Martin and Landon Seaton are able to wrap him up. It's going to bring up.
Lovelace looks like a completely different back than he did their first couple of series.
Yeah, he was like, it was like he was trying to fill it out.
Yeah.
Now he's running full steam. Stone takes it, hands off Lovelace again, and wow, he's going to be close for the first down. I don't know where they're going to mark.
Lovelace on the carry.
The side judge on the other side is going to be short.
Yeah, he had it marked right at the line to gain originally, and then he kind of stepped back a yard or so. I think he's going to be short.
4th down for the Eagles.
So it's going to be 4th, and can we use the 0?
I think so. We're inside of a yard.
It's just on the Red Devils side of the 50. Shotgun formation. And he's going to have the first down. Stone's going to get inside the 45 to the 44.
Ray DeMucas on the quarterback keeper.
DeMucas with the carry.
Mountain coming up to make the stop. The first down, Eagles at the Red
So
Devil.
it's a Better Way Realty 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the Red Devil 44. Under 4 minutes left here in the third. Stone fires out to the right. It's complete. And it's going to be close to a first down.
Stone's pass is complete to Cooper Allison, number 4.
Cooper Allison on the reception. And it's going to be another 1st and 10
The
for the
first
Eagles.
down as Drake Reinhardt made that stop for the Red Devils.
Stone. Hand off Lovelace. Lovelace going up the middle. It's going to fall for a couple. And there's the flag comes in and should be in the holding area.
Yeah. That is the signal.
So that'll help the Red Devils out.
Landon Seaton on that last stop for the Red Devils.
At the 3:15 mark, it'll back up the Eagles holding.
We have holding against.
From where they marked that penalty off, it should be about 1st and 18.
So move it back to the 43. Stone with trips to the right. Lovelace in the backfield. He fires to the right. Dickinson, and Dickinson is trying to make some yards. Red Devils gain tackling as he gets close to getting up to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 11 now.
Dakota Ham along with Jackson Furr on the stop.
Furr and Ham on the stop for the Red
It'll
Devils.
be 2nd and 11 for the Eagles.
So we have trips to the right again. Lovelace in the backfield. Man comes in motion, set on the left side. And here's the handoff. Lovelace, full head of steam up the middle. Lovelace breaks it to the outside, and Lovelace is going to be brought down inside the 10. And boy, like you said, Scott, he looks completely different running.
Yeah, those first 2 drives that Conway Christian had, he seemed to me to be very tentative when he got the ball, and since then he's just been hitting the hole with a full head of steam, and it's a good example of that.
So it's a Better Way Realty 1st and goal for the Eagles. And the Mocos is getting close to the 5. Brought down by Kenny Rivas. And Landon Seaton.
Landon Seaton making the stop.
So it's inside the 5. It'll be 2nd and goal on the 4 with 1:40 left here in the third quarter.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Stone drops straight back, fires it into the end zone, and it is touchdown Eagles. As Stone's
pass is
completes it
number 11
to Hudson Welch. 1:25 mark here in the third.
Stone had pressure right in his face and just stood in and delivered a perfect pass there.
Here's the extra point coming up. Mr. Breaking Lube extra point. We've got flags on the field.
I think they're going to get the Red Devils for encroachment.
Offside against the Red Devils.
So it's going to be encroachment against the Red Devils. Move it up half the distance to the goal.
So they'll snap from the 1.5 instead of the 3.
And the kick is no good. He hooked it. So it score 125 left here in the third. It is Conway Christian 20, your Atkins Red Devils 0. You're listening to Red Devil Football on KWKK 100.9. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Again, we want to remind all you Red Devil fans.
We're back here, Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium, and there's the kickoff by the Eagles, and Hegeman brings it up to the 44. And Scott, there's one thing that we can say here tonight. We've had great field position.
Yeah, all of our drives, with the exception of one, have started either in Eagle territory or right here between the 40 and the 50. So starting field position has not been the issue tonight for the Red Devils.
It is just being snake bit.
Yeah, just finishing drives. You know, been able to move the ball some, but just haven't been able to finish them.
Crawford has an empty backfield. He has trips to the left, twins to the right. Crawford fires out and underthrows his intended receiver.
Pass was intended for number 28, Dawson Killer.
Dawson Killer was who the pass was intended for, and he'll make it 2nd and 10. Crawford has trips to the left, dropping straight back, fires and overthrows Lucas Sims, and that will bring up 3rd and 10 now for the Red Devils. Red Devils just looking for something.
Yeah, and at this point, you know, you're down 20 to nothing as the time winds down in the third. You just got to make first downs.
Right. Coach Porter wants to talk about it now. 1:12 left here in the third quarter. Red Devils trail 20-0 to the Conway Christian Eagles. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. We'll be back in 1 minute. All right, we're back here as we third down play. Crawford fires out and he overshoots his receiver on the left side. And that is Tanner Hegeman, and it'll bring up 4th and 10 for the Red Devils. So, Scott, we're still lining up like I think we're going to go for it. With 1 minute 2:07 left here in the third. And we are. Crawford dropping straight back. He's got pressure. And he underthrows his man. It was intended for Mason Martin, and he'll be turnover on downs.
Downs to the Eagles.
So 1:02 left here in the third, and the ball goes over to the Conway Christian Eagles on the Red Devil 44-yard line.
Some movement on that Conway Christian front.
You're going to have
That ball, a little
procedure penalty against the Eagles. It'll back them up 5. So the ball would be at the Red Devil 49 now. Stone has got trips to the right. Lovelace is in the backfield with him. And it's a fake to the man in motion, and he fires to the right, complete to Dickinson. And Dickinson's going to be run out of bounds by Dakota Ham.
Pass is complete to Dickinson on the far sideline. Run out of bounds.
And it will be 1st and 10.
Ham.
At Better Way Realty, 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the Red Devil 28-yard line.
Stone's pass kind of hung up there for a second. I was thinking Dakota might have a chance to make a play on it.
And here's the handoff to Lovelace, and Lovelace is going to get a couple. Look for Furr,
The first man
and
there
John
for the Red
Davis,
Devils. Yeah,
Jaden Martin
John
bring it
Davis
down.
and Jaden Martin.
Lovelace gets it up to the Red Devil 26-yard line. As we got 30 seconds left here in the third. Lovelace in the backfield. Here comes the man in motion, and it's going to be Lovelace going off the right side. And he's going to be tripped up at the line of scrimmage by Blake Mitchell
Blake Martin.
and Jaden Martin on the stop. That's going to bring it into the third quarter here at Lemley Field. It is Conway Christian 20, the Atkins Red Devils 0. You're listening to Red Devil football on 100.9 KWKK. We'll be back in 1 minute.
At 9 o'clock for the opening kickoff of the
We're back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium. We get ready to start the final quarter of play. It is Conway Christian 20, the Atkins Red Devils 0. Eagles will be facing 3rd and 10 on the Red Devil 28-yard line. And this is DeMocos on the quarterback keeper, and he's going to be close to the first down as Kenny Rivas brought him down. And he does. He has the 1st and 10. It's a Better Way Realty 1st and 10 for
DeMucas. He has enough for an Eagle first down.
the Conway Christian Eagles. Stone with Lovelace in the backfield. Trips to the right. And Lovelace going up the middle. He's going to get maybe 1 or 2 there. Furr makes a stop with Jaden Martin.
J.J. Cunningham there to make the stop.
And J.J. Cunningham.
A gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
J.J. Cunningham and Malachi Givens have been kind of swapping out at that nose guard position, defensive tackle position there. Malachi, I think, has been dealing with some cramp issues, so he's come off a few times.
We've got Trish to the right again. Stone with Lovelace, and Stone's looking to the left, though, and he's going to fire straight down the middle of the field, and he overshoots Keithley.
Stone's pass.
Good coverage by Kenny Rivas there.
Yeah, Keithley cut inside, and Kenny was kind of stuck behind him for just a second, but closed quickly and made good recovery there and made a nice play on the ball.
10:39 left in the game. Red Devils trail 20-0. Time is becoming the Red Devils' enemy here now. And here's the snap. Bobbled, but Lovelace is running with it, and boy, John Davis held on by a shirt, and
drag down Lovelace. He got help from
Jackson Phillips come in, but Davis was holding on to that shirt with everything that he had.
4th down and 4.
So 4th and 4, and this is huge.
Yeah, I need to get a stop here.
You need to get the ball back.
Cannot
but
afford
you
to-
go down by 4 scores.
Yeah.
This is huge.
Can't afford to let them put more points on the board here.
I just wonder how good their field goal kicker is, because
Well, I don't know how good their kicker is, but I haven't seen anything from the snapper-holder exchange so
that
far
makes
that
you
gives
have
me any
confidence.
confidence at all.
It's been bad the whole time. And the Eagles are going to talk about this play. So 9:46 left in the game. It is Conway Christian 20, the Atkins Red Devils 0. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. Back in 1 minute. Right here, 9:46 left. It is 20-0 Conway Christian. Like we were talking about, Scott, you still have an outside, shot with 3 scores. You can have made things happen, but 4 scores, it's tough in 1 quarter.
Yeah, it kind of, this would be, to give up a touchdown here would almost be the dagger. But 3 scores, you're not out of it entirely. This offense, this Red Devil offense is capable of scoring points and scoring points in a hurry. We just, like I said, I think we just need one good thing to happen, one positive play, one big play to kind of spark this offense. It's like everybody's just waiting for it to happen, and somebody's got to step up and make it happen. And when it does, I think we're going to kind of see the floodgates open. But it all starts right here with this 4th down play. Got to have a stop on this one.
Right. So here we go. DeLocos is back at quarterback, and he's going to do the T-ball jump pass, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Lucas Sims.
Lucas Sims on the interception for the Red Devils.
So Red Devils get the turnover, and they tried to pull the old Tim Tebow jump pass.
And that's the best possible outcome there because
it moves out to the 20.
Give yourself a little breathing room.
So 1st and 10 for the Red Devils on their 20. Crawford rolling. Now he's going to tuck and run, and he's going to get about 3 right there as he put his shoulders down. And I don't know, as banged up as he's been, Scott, that may not have been the best move.
Yeah, he kind of banged up that right arm, his throwing arm, last week at the end of the Dover game, and lowered his shoulder and took a pretty good pop there, or delivered a pretty good pop actually. But you love to see your quarterback being aggressive and trying to pick up a few extra yards, but at the same time, you kind of hate to see it.
And he's really struggling with that right now. So that's going to move Jaden Martin into the quarterback spot. And Scott, you always say, you know, Jaden Martin is no slouch as coming in as a backup quarterback.
No, I mean that was his spot. He was QB1 all last season, so it's not new to him.
You've got experience back here.
Yeah.
Jaden fires and goes incomplete.
Martin's pass intended for.
It was intended for Dawson
Complete.
Killer.
Just good coverage there.
Bring up third down
As soon as
and
Dawson
eight.
touched the ball, somebody wrapped him up and pulled his arms down. He just wasn't able to bring the catch in. If he had, he wouldn't have been able to go anywhere. Give a lot of credit to this Conway Christian defense. They've played well
They
tonight.
have closed quickly.
They have.
Plays. Jaden takes the snap, drop it straight back. Jaden lets it fly. And it goes incomplete.
Martin's pass was intended for Hegman. He goes
And it was intended for Tanner Hegman.
Down and 8 for the Red Devils.
Now it'll be 4th and 8. Scott, I don't know if right there when I know Jaden's looking to get a big play down the field, but it looked like he had about 15 yards if he wanted to run it.
Yeah, and it's hard to
It's hard.
it's hard to know. From up here, we can see
Yeah, we
everything
can see
down there.
everything.
It's
You're
a little
right.
bit
You're
different.
right.
And he's looking at the scoreboard too. You know, down
I
by
gotta
20,
get a big
you
play.
want to get a touchdown as quickly as possible.
So here's the 4th down play, and it's going to be complete to Davin Bowden. Davin's trying to get away, and he's not going to make it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, we got a couple of flags.
Jaden
So,
Martin's pass is complete to Davin Bowden. And brought down by number 8, Brady Johnson. There's
And
a
I don't
flag.
know what the flags are about, but there were a lot of folks trying to grab at Davin.
we've got holding against the Red Devils. It'll be declined, so the ball will be turned over to the Eagles.
1st and 10.
All that was taking place on the far side, away from our broadcast position, so it's kind of tough to see.
Right.
But I was just hoping maybe with everybody trying to make a tackle, somebody grabbed a face mask, and that was not the case.
So 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the Red Devil 19-yard line. 8:24 left in the game. Lovelace. Lovelace just got. That was a good belly-to-belly suplex by Landon Seaton.
Blake Mitchell also in on that stop.
As we're under 8 minutes now left in the game, Red Devils trailing 20-0. Stone is going to have trips to the right. Lovelace is in the backfield with him. I figure we're going to get a heavy dose of Lovelace here.
I would expect.
Whoa, we're
Yeah,
going to have the
pass.
throw. They're going to try to ice it, and is that one? That is intercepted.
And for the second time tonight,
That is intercepted by Lucas Sims. That'll be his second interception in 2 series. So the Red Devils, I mean, best thing right here, coming back out to the 20.
Out to the 20.
7:37 left.
And Jaden Martin, the backup quarterback now, has come in for a second series. So maybe that first series has settled him down a little bit. put some things together for this second one.
Here's Jaden Martin on the quarterback keeper, and he is trying to push forward. He's going to get about 4.
Martin on the quarterback keeper. Bo Campbell leading the way on the defense.
Campbell makes a stop for the Eagles, and it will be second and 7 with 7:15 left in the game. Martin, Jaden looking, and he fires into the flat. He's got Furr, and Furr is should have the first down forward progress.
Campbell again on the stop for the Eagles.
So it's a Better Way Realty first and 10 for the Red Devils on their own 31-yard line. Shotgun formation, and I thought we'd move it, but we don't get it. So that one's complete to Davin Bowden. That should be another first and 10.
First down. So 2 quick 10, 11-yard pickups here.
First and 10.
Here's Martin again, rolling out to the left. He's got people coming, but he completes it to his brother, Mason. And Mason's going to have a first down. So Jaden Martin's building a little rhythm around here.
3 plays, 3 first downs.
So it will be a Better Way Realty first and 10 for the Red Devils on the Eagle 46-yard line.
Talked about that rhythm. The Red Devils were right on the ball, ready to snap it.
Martin dropping straight back. He's going to get hit, but Mason couldn't hold on to it. We could see it up here in the booth. He was fixing to get nailed from the blind side.
Yeah, free rusher there. Very fortunate to get that pass off.
So it'll be second and 10. Jaden takes a snap. Dropping straight back. He has time. And it's complete to Furr, but Furr's not going to get anywhere. They do a great job. Bo Campbell.
Campbell on the stop for the Eagles will bring up 3rd down.
Those linebackers in that secondary is fast.
They are.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Trips to the left. Martin rolling. And now he's going to take off running. And he's going to be about 4th and 2 or 3.
Campbell will bring up.
The official on our side has got him spotted pretty close. The one on the far side had him about a yard back. And they've compromised. They've made it in the middle.
Okay, so 4th and 1 at the 5-minute mark.
Conway Christian was trying to rush a player on late. They like to do this call timeout.
So with that, we will take a break. It's 5:04 left in the game. Conway Christian 20, Red Devil 0. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Martin's pass intended for Hagman goes incomplete. The ball goes on downs to the Eagles.
We're back here at Lemley Field, Sorrels Stadium. The Red Devils just turned the ball over on downs as Martin's fourth down pass attempt goes incomplete. 4:59 left in the game. And the Eagles will have 1st and 10 on their own 37. Here's Lovelace, and Lovelace is met by Furr and Mitchell.
Jackson Furr making the stop on number 22, Aaron Lovelace.
You said the last drive that Conway Christian had the ball, you expect to see a heavy dose of Lovelace, and they backed up and threw it and got it picked off. They've done that in the last 2 series. And so, Shane, I would say we're going to see a heavy dose of Lovelace here. I don't think they're going to risk putting it in the air again.
Here's twins to the left and right. Lovelace is in the backfield with Stone. And Mitchell was on the blitz and he missed him, and Furr wraps him up after a 5-yard gain. But you could see Mitchell on the blitz and just couldn't wrap up.
He just ran past him. Just barely missed him.
So it will be 3rd and 4.
I thought we were getting ready to have a highlight defensive play there by Blake Mitchell.
As 3:50 left in the game. There's Lovelace and ball on the ground.
Jackson Furr reached up and
There's a fumble on the
pulled it
play.
loose, but I think Lovelace was able to get on it.
And Lovelace is able to fall.
Lovelace makes the recovery, and it will be 4th and short.
And 2.
Fans want to remind you next week we'll be in Jessieville. Final non-conference game, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Here's DeMocos in the quarterback spot now, and there's a fumble, and it's on the ground, but he recovers. However, Red Devils will take over 1st and 10 on the 42.
To make the defensive stop, the ball will go over on downs to the Red Devils.
So, great job by the Red Devil defense. No give up right there.
Yeah, 3 straight turnovers that they've come up with.
We have 2:54 left in the game. Martin takes a snap. He's going to fire deep. He's got a man on the right sideline. That one's intercepted. And it was intended for Lucas Sims, but it is picked off by Keithley.
Interception for the Eagles.
Lucas had a man running step for step with him, and then the safety came over to make the pick.
So, how many possessions? I'd say, we're about 5 possessions of just turnover ball. We're just both teams are just giving it back and forth.
Right. Yeah, we've had interceptions, fumbles, turnover on downs, so we've had a little bit of everything.
So here's Stone, hands off to Lovelace, Bowden, Seaton,
John Davis, the first one there.
Dawson Killer also on the play.
Number 65, Landon Seaton, and number 40, John Davis make the stop.
So it will be 2nd down and 8 now, 2:20 left in the game. Wesley Brown goes in for the Red Devils now. And Lovelace is going to get the first down.
Lovelace on the carry.
As we have hit the 2-minute mark, as soon as they set the chains, the clock will start running. Walter Smith is going in for the Red Devils. Landon Seaton coming out. Great game tonight by Landon Seaton.
Yeah. Lucas Martin on for John Davis. Logan Bozak in the corner.
And here's DeMocos on the carry, and he's going to get the first down as Lucas Martin makes the stop. So, Scott, we're getting near the 1 minute mark, and Red Devils are going to go to 0-3 on the year and have final non-conference action next week against Jesseville. And then you're going to go play the team that is picked to win your conference at their place.
Yeah, and that's a tough trip, and it's going to be a tough game once you get there.
Here's the handoff. Okos, and he's still running hard, and he's going to have another first down. And we're about 30 seconds left in the game once they set the chains.
Wyatt Hearn and Wesley Brown in on the tackle.
So Wyatt Hearn getting some action. And they probably won't run another one. They won't have to. That's going to be the ball game. The final score here tonight is going to be Conway Christian 20, Red Devils 0. Red Devils will go to 0-3, and Conway Christian will move to 3-0. We're going to take a 1 minute break, and we'll come back and wrap up your broadcast here tonight at Lemley Field. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 100.9 KWKK. We'll be back in 1 minute. All right, Red Devil fans, we'd like to welcome you to the Health Plan Lady post-game show. Health Plan Lady, we treat you better. And Scott, Red Devils come up short again tonight. Like we've talked about during the whole night, just looking for that big play to jumpstart, to kickstart this. And we thought that we had it there in the third quarter. A big strike to Bowden inside the 10. And a flag brought it back and was never able to get back.
And that's kind of been the story of the season so far, Shane. You know, we've had some big plays. I think back to last week against Dover and week 0 against Bigelow. Get some big plays and get a first down, convert first down, and then you have a pre-snap penalty and you set yourself up 1st and 15 and you're not able to overcome that, and it kind of stalls a drive out. And we saw that again tonight with a penalty taking a big play off the board, but it wasn't just that single play in isolation. It's that's just an example
of what's happened
so far this season. And these guys, they're going to catch a break sooner or later, and they're playing hard. The defense, especially, no quit in those guys. They continue to play hard to the very end. I think good things are coming. We just need one good thing to kind of open the floodgates.
Well, Scott, we decided we're going to go with another defensive player as our John E. Gately Construction Player of the Game, and it's going to be Lucas Sims with 2 interceptions that, as we look at it, stopped 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, in the end zone. He picked both those passes off in the end zone, and Conway Christian was driving. Both of those interceptions stopped their drive and gave the Red Devils the ball on the 20-yard line coming out, kept more points from being put on the board. So it really kept the margin at 20-0 and gave the offense a chance to get the ball back and try to put some points on the board. Weren't able to do that, but Lucas came up big there toward the end of the game with those 2 interceptions.
All right, Red Devil fans, that's going to wrap up our 3rd game of the year. Unfortunately, Red Devils fall 20-0 to Conway Christian. We'll be in Jessieville next Friday night. Kickoff's going to be at 7 o'clock. You can listen on 100.9 KWKK and watch on the ARD Sports Network. We'd like to thank everybody for listening and watching with us here tonight. I'd like to thank our sponsors. I'd like to thank our man, John Henderson, in the booth for doing a good job and keeping us on track. I'm Shane Martin, the man that calls all your Red Devil action. My broadcast partner, Scott Warren. And as always, we'll see you in the bleachers.